From abductions caught on camera to patriots occupying the streets. Have we lost the young generation?
Power to the people.
Gachagua threatened government.
And if this unit is not dismantled, we'll be giving the name of the building and the full names.
We are coming for you.
Hello, how are you? Welcome back to ShowNewTrend. I'm Yusuf today and my name is Elvis Derry. The year 2024 has been a different year. Has been a year that has never been seen before in Kenyan history. And recently, abductions has been taking place. And the President of Kenya, President William Ruto, came out and announced that there's no abductions that is taking place under his government. And he went on and said that nobody has been abducted. Listen to this.
Yale yamesemekana mambo ya abduction tutakomesha. Ndio vijana wa Kenya waweze kuishi kwa amani na vile vile wawe na nidhamu na wawe wangwana, tuweze kujenga Kenya tukiwa pamoja. Tumekubaliana?
So my question is this. Will all those people who are still missing, who have been abducted, be released? Take a look at this rare video of a Kenyan, a comrade, and a young man who is being abducted at night in South B. Take a look.
Anamuingiza kwa boot.
Guys.
Wewe
ando anachukua watu wa mtu anapotea.
This is crazy and totally wrong. Like so many Kenyans own Subaru and Probox, but they're using this type of cars to conduct their illegal abductions in Kenya. And right now, so many Subaru owners are worried because the image has already been tarnished.
Hey guys, kindly, may I have a Subaru? Na hizi Subaru saizi imechoma picha. Mpaka na sasa hivi nasikia kama anaweza uza Subaru yangu. Sababu unaweza kuta mtu anaweza kukumistake, afikirie wewe ndio Subaru ndio unabeba watu. Well, my friends, mimi, people should know that not all Subarus are Subaru. Sababu wao madisi wamefanya mpaka Subaru was a very nice car. Mpaka mtu kutembea na Subaru unaingisha fear. Wala mtu anasema ndio hiyo. Hawa Subaru boys. So, I think kindly babe, unasemaje tuuze hii Subaru yetu ama tuiweke parking tununue gari nyingine? Kwanza Subaru sababu we love the car so much. Wenda kama umefungua dirisha. Unajua paka kwanza tuseme kuna mtu anaweza tu kukuona useme ndio watu ya Subaru ndio, kabla ufikirie papa na shida yote imeletwa na hao watu kwa abduct watu.
The former deputy president of Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua, he came out and said that if the abduction unit is not disbanded, he will come out and he will reveal the location and also the persons who are in charge in these abductions that has been going on and taking place every day in Kenya. Listen to what Deputy Rigathi Gachagua had to say.
And if this unit is not dismantled, we'll be giving the name of the building and the full names of that officer and his cousin in this administration. And these people are not answerable to the Inspector General of Police. Your guess is as good as mine as to who is the commander of that unit. Let me emphasize that killing our children will not quell the anger of the Kenyan people. People are very angry with this administration. Abducting young people is not a solution. You must address the cause of the disquiet, of the discontent. Why are people aggrieved with this administration? That must be dealt with. Abducting these children and killing them is not a solution. And I must remind my friend and brother, Dr. William Ruto, that since independence, no government has ever gone for children. This is the first administration in the history of this country to target children for repression and persecution. Even the colonial administration, brutal as it was, it never went for the children. And the question the president must address is simple. Why has everybody turned against you and the administration in only 2 years?
After regarding Gachagua's statement, Kenyans did not waste time, neither they did not hesitate to reveal the persons who is in charge or involved in the abductions. Take a look.
Fear Kenyans. I repeat, fear Kenyans. Revolution is real. Now, just a few hours after Rigiji has given us hint of who the abductors might be, akatupatia location, akatuambia ni city center, akatupatia floor, akatuambia ni 21st floor, na akatupatia the first name of the person who is leading the abductions, Mr. Abel. Now, Kenyans hawajalala. They have gone ahead, identified some few government buildings, because these people might not be operating from private buildings. Kenyans wakasapo KICC na wakasampo Nyayo. Sasa bado tunaendelea kufanya uchunguzi, but uchunguzi mahali imefika kuna mahali imeonekana. The person is called Mr. Abel Kimboi, a former GSU officer and a cousin to Farouk Kibet.
We have noticed that some politicians are trying to sell fear to the Gen Z parents so that the parents can tell their children, the Gen Zs, to stop talking about the government or being involved in anything to do with the government. But Grace Wasuka, an actress, she came out and said that she will not be cowed in fighting for good governance in this country. Just listen to what she had to say.
So my mother has just called me and she's like, Washuka, I'm hearing that you're posting political posts. People are being abducted. Take them down. Take them down. And then I hear my aunt in the background. We want you alive. I'm not taking nothing down. I'm not taking nothing down. My followers on Instagram are 50% Kenyan. I was with Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen recently at the US Embassy event. I have his number. I can call him. I'm sure he even knows where I am right now. I'm turning the other cheek, which in historical biblical times was if somebody, when the Romans slapped you with your left hand, when you turned the other cheek, you were actually lowering his status because you were saying, okay, continue. When they gave you a punishment of carrying their things for 1 mile, you went 2 miles because you're like, it's fine. Let's keep going. Me, I'm okay. So, God is my witness. God is my witness. God is my protection. I know that sounds crazy to some, but he is my protection. It is not a Merry Christmas for Billy Mwangi. It is not a Merry Christmas for Rex Masai's family. It is not a Merry Christmas for Peter Muteti's. It is not a Merry Christmas for Naomi's family. It's not. Naomi's mom right now is freaking out. So we're just supposed to abandon this woman. We're supposed to abandon Naomi because we're scared. Q1 2024, let us kindly read our constitutions. Let us find out what are our rights. Like for real. Let us begin to rally behind whoever we want to stay. This is democracy.
The Inspector General of Police, Douglas Kanja, he came out and said that the government is not involved in the abductions, and he actually distanced himself from the abductors. After this, Honorable Babu Owino came out and gave his honest opinion. Listen to this.
Thank you very much, fellow Kenyans. I want to take this opportunity to talk about the recent abductions. Abductions which are leaving families in pain, in agony. It is so sad for someone to get out of nowhere to abduct a child of a fellow Kenyan. These abductions have already been condemned by different leaders, and the Inspector General of Police has come out clearly saying that the police officers are not the ones who are abducting Kenyans. I want to tell you, Kenyans, that it is a high time to stop these abductions, and you know what to do. Do not request the president not to abduct people. You have the solution. Now that we have been told that it is the criminal gangs who are abducting Kenyans, we need to deal with these criminal gangs. You know what to do. Anything humanly possible, anything around you, any material around you should be used to protect a fellow Kenyan. We will not allow abductions as Kenyans. If you stopped President Ruto from signing the finance bill into an act, then you can stop a few group of people, 2 or 3, from abducting fellow Kenyans. Let us deal with these people decisively. Kenyans, let us ensure that no Kenyan suffers anymore.
So since these abductors have been categorized as criminals, as goons, Kenyans, how do you deal with such people in those Subarus and Probox? Listen to this man from all the way from Kisumu City, what he had to say.
Guys, let me give you pointers on this abduction, on how to solve this abduction problem. Reason why I'm a Luo. In Kisumu, for example, tuseme kuna mse alikuwa abductiwa, right? The first thing utaona mawe itatoka from nowhere. Au mtu ameitupa. Na hiyo mawe imelengwa kwa windscreen na hiyo gari yenye imekuja kwa abduct mse. Then driver atashtuka na atachomoa gari haraka. Ataacha wale wase wana abduct mse hapo nje. That is when public inabaki na hawa wase kama ni 4 ama 3. Kwani kazi ya mawe ni nini? Si mtumie tu akili. Karau ashatuambia vizuri that they are not involved in this abduction. Kumaanisha tuko na criminals kwa hii society yetu, and we need to deal with them. Since Karau amesema they don't have the capability of dealing with these people. It is you and I as a brother and as a sister to protect the society. So mukitaka kuendia abduction, that is the only way. Wakifika hivyo, mawe itoke from nowhere, chapa windscreen, achia mob imebaki, hawa sasa wamebaki hapa chini.
As we all know, Kenyans are fearless and they will always speak their mind no matter what. One Kenyan man came out and said that the president of Kenya, President William Ruto, is brainless. Just listen to what he Bro.
Ruto. Kama kuna mtu mwenye ana akili kwa hii dunia ni wewe Ruto. Na wewe ni mjinga namba 1, president ambaye hajielewi. Na mimi nataka nikuambie hivi. Mimi ndio Papa TV na sikuogopi. Wacha wenye unatishia vijana pale Jakaranda, unaenda unawatoa mbio mara wanaeka kwa Subaru. Mimi utakuwa umenisaidia sijai bebo kwa Subaru. Na raundi hii mtanikujia na ndege. Ruto nasema wewe ni matako. Na sikuogopi yana the president. Nyinyi mlionga Chebukati, hiyo kita iko yako. Chebukati sasa hizi anaumia kwa sababu ya ongo ile ambayo mlimpea. Sasa hivi ameruka kichwa. Raila ndiye alikuwa akuwe president, lakini ulifanya ujinga wako ukapeana ongo, Chebukati akatangaza uongo. Ushaondoa Gachagua, amebaki wewe. Mkapitisha katiba sijui mara sijui wanaume wa kulana kwa matako. Wewe Ruto, si ni wewe ulipitisha? Kumaanisha nyinyi na Gachagua mlikuwa mnakulana nyuma. Ulikuwa umeoa Gachagua. Na sasa hizi Gachagua ameamua kusema ukweli. Zile siri zenye mlikuwa mnafanya zote, na kuna watu walikuwa wanakufa kwa are. Nyinyi si hata mjui. Na si hatujui, mnajua kile ambacho kinaendelea. Ruto wewe ni mjinga. Nataka nikuambie hivi, nitafuteni munifinye magende. Simulimaliza kunifinya. Kuna kitu kingine mnataka? Ndio maana yake sifichi sura. Nyinyi kujeni mahali ambapo mnataka munipate. Na niko Tasia. Si hata najificha. Kama kuna mtu Narudia kusema wewe ni mjinga president ambaye hajielewa, huna akili.
Later on, after his videos trended on social media,
wacheni kuniangaisha. Saizi hata kwenda kwa duka peke yake siwezi. Naomba tu mnisamee. Please. Ruto, ambia hao madisiya waachane na mimi. Wananipeleka mbio. Mimi sitaki. Na nyinyi madisiya acha niwaambie. Najua ni kazi mmepewa. Munitafute. Si ati mlikuwa mmekosa kazi ya kufanya. Mimi vitu zenye nilikuwa naongea mimi, by the way, mimi naomba msamaha. Wacheni kunitishia maisha, mkinipigia simu mkiniuliza penye niko, mkiniuliza wengine wanajifanya wanataka kutoa content na mimi. Please, nataka niwaambie hivi. Mimi mnanihangaisha. Naomba msamaha. Nilitusiana na sitawahi rudia tena. Please. Nimeenda nyumbani nikidhania ni kuzuri, kumbe huko ndo kubaya kabisa. Mimi mambo ya kutusiana tena nimeachana nayo. Mimi nadhania kuongea mtu anaweza ongea tu. Please, sitawahi tusiana tena.
Apart from our brother being clouded in fear, Kimani Ichung'wah also came out and threatened the Kenyans and the Gen Zs who are criticizing the current government, who are criticizing the president of Kenya, William Ruto.
Nirudi nisirudi. Nirudi tena. Na mtu akicheza na baba nifieke. Mtu akicheza na Rais Ruto nifieke.
So, comrades, if you had a chance to meet the president of Kenya and talk to him, or even if you had a chance to send him a message, what will you tell him? Listen to what this lovely young Gen Z had to say.
I have a message for our president, Dr. William Ruto. So I've heard today you want our parents to discipline us. I feel like you are feeling that we are disrespectful. We might be, yes. But have you ever sat down and asked, why are we disrespectful? It's because you also don't respect us. And respect is and it's not demanded. How are we supposed to demand? How are we supposed to respect you when you're abducting us? How are we supposed to respect you when you're killing us? How are we supposed to respect you when you lie and lie and lie and lie shamelessly and mercilessly? How are we supposed to respect you when you promise without fulfilling? How are we supposed to respect you when you wake up one day calling us stupid? How are we supposed to respect you when you wake up one day calling us peppers? You called us treasoners for rejecting the finance bill. Here is the thing. Before you tell our parents how we are supposed to be respectful or how they are supposed to discipline us, have you disciplined your children yourself? Your son is a notorious criminal who does not even obeys traffic rules. Have you seen how his nganyas are driven in this city, Nairobi? Have you seen? I hear that your daughter is a lesbian. Are you the parent who is telling our parents how they should parent us? How about you start with the big log in your eye before the small specks in our parents' eye? Listen, manzi. It's either udu chenye tunataka ama tu usonge roho safi because we are tired.
What I know is this. Kenyans and Gen Zs are fighting for good governance and a better future for this country. So why would you incite parents to punish their own children for exercising their constitutional rights? And since the Inspector General of Police, Douglas Kanja, came out and said that the police are not involved in abductions, neither the government is involved in abductions, so much has just been revealed. Listen to this.
Kenyans, in this war against abductions, you don't even know what you have discovered. We have IG of police who comes and say that he truly doesn't know who is abducting Kenyans. Then we have the former Deputy President Gachagua who comes and say that the IG and police don't know who are abducting Kenyans because Ruto created another unit of police led by a guy called Abel. They reside somewhere in a building with 21st floor that are abducting Kenyans. That the IG has no idea and the police have no idea. Then Ruto confirms our fears by saying we are going to stop the abduction. Who are we? The unit that is led by Abel. The reason I'm telling you don't know what you have discovered is this. Kenyans have been correcting taxes. The taxes have been increased. Ruto has borrowed more than any other president. You cannot see even a project. Is there a possibility that there is another treasury that Kenyans don't know? Outside the government that we know, Ruto has created another treasury of collecting money outside the Kenya government we know. Is there a possibility that all these ministers who have been failing in their job, including very competent one, is there a possibility that Ruto created another line of ministries that are doing the job, including the ghost workers and the ghost schools we have been seeing? Is there a possibility that Ruto is running two kind of government?
So Kenyans, do you think that Kenya, this country, has been turned into a mafia state? If we criticize the politicians, it doesn't mean that we hate them. What we want from them is good and better governance and a better work from them. One member of parliament by the name of Samuel Arama, he came out and told his goons that if you see anybody who is criticizing the MPs or the government, you should deal with them. Just listen to this rubbish.
Nyinyi vijana, mtu anaenda kuongea Arama, msikia mtu ameongea Arama kwa social media, tafuta yeye mumlete station. Bwana yes, you must give me justice. Kwa sababu watu wananitusi. Sasa hivi vijana wakikamata huyu mtu wamleta hapa, si pia tutatafutia yeye kwa sababu sasa nyinyi mmekataa kunisaidia. OCS ya wakamati hiyo watu. Mbona wakamati yao na raia unaona sasa wanaanza kusema wakamati. Lakini tusaidiane. Kwa sababu mimi siwezi kukubali pia. Unajua watu wengi wananiona wanaona mimi ni mtu. Mimi si mtu hivyo vile mnaona. Msinifikirie ati mimi ni mtu kama President William Ruto. Mnakumbuka alikuja hapa mkamwambia waachana na Arama. Hata president ananiambia kila siku anasema ile watu yako ya 140 na Kabutembo soko mjinga anawajua. Wewe ni nani ukuje kuniambia hapa ati unataka kusimama kura? Ati sasa wewe umekuja ni jembe mpya, jembe ya kwenda kulima wapi? Ena mkataze hiyo watu. Hiyo watu sasa mtaenda mjauane vijana kama 200. Nyinyi ndio mnaweka amani hapa. Amani tu. Watu wakikuja kunitusi, msipige yeye, mnashika yeye, mnampeleka OCS. Mnasema mtu alikuwa anatusi mheshimiwa wetu, si ndio? Kwa hivyo leo ni onyo kwa ile watu wanapita hapa. Mimi ndio member of parliament until 2027. Kama wanataka kutoka hapo, wakuja wanitoe.
After all these abduction scandals in Kenya, it was time to occupy the country, occupy the streets and protest against abductions in Kenya. #end abductions in Kenya. And let me tell you, Kenyans, activists and the Gen Zs, they injected and they demonstrated mercilessly and fearlessly. Take a look at some of these scenes that took place during the End Abductions in Kenya protests.
Hey. Take it. Unaona? Sasa kwa nini utandike mtu? Wanaandika tena.
Freedom of expression is our right. Walituambia wataweka pesa kwa mfuko, iko kwa mfuko kweli. Lazima tuongee. Asubuhi, saa 6 jioni, si kama wewe unasikia kasongo hakufurahishi.
Very stupid profession.
So tuko hapa na comrades, tumezimiwa light. First of all, the cell is very fucking dark. na OCS ametoroka. Alienda, alisema narudi within an hour, hajarudi. Na amezima simu bro, na yuko kwake nyumbani. Wanatujaribu imani. They are really trying our patience. Lakini ndio tuko na comrades hapa. Uzuri ametuachia simu. Light wamezima wana. Ana. Power to the people. Yeah. This is what it takes to fight for change. And we are ready. Wale wa inawaweza, this is not your time. Tuko tu sawa. Okay? Tuko tu sawa. Thank you.
Vijana msilale, bado mapambano, bado mapambano, bado mapambano, usilale. Iende kukomboa nchi, sasa toa roho yake. Iende kukomboa nchi, sasa natoa roho yangu. Iende kukomboa nchi, sasa natoa roho yangu. Iende kukomboa nchi.
Shame on you. Osama Otero mwenye unaambia watu maandamano ni tarehe 6. Maandamano ni tarehe 30. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Imani Chungwa, who you are telling people that we should be arrested. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Rigathi Gachagua mwenye unatuambia you know these places but you're not telling us. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
And we want to tell you, these people, you're wearing capes. These abductors, you're wearing leather jackets. Mnavaa kama tunawatambua. Kwa hivyo tunaambia wananchi, ukiona mtu yoyote ambaye ameshikwa, ukiona mtu yoyote ambaye anavutwa na magari si inaitwaje? Si Subaru peke yake. Tunaona pia Probox mnazitumia. So we know you're going to change the way you're going to abduct people. And we are very, very disappointed with you, Mr. President. You cannot come out yesterday and tell us now tunaenda kuachilia wale watu. And then the statement ya polisi, you're telling us that you don't know what is happening.
Tuko na organization ni kama wanyonge. Yaani afadhali ukutana na mwizi kuliko askari. Ukikutana na askari uko na uoga kuliko mwizi. Mwizi utampatia pesa yake atakuacha. Askari anataka kushika na kusingizia vitu vingine. Vitu ambavyo utafanyangi. Wewe utapigia mama yako mzazi aje simu kwambie umeshikwa na robbery with violence. Kitu ambacho hujafanya.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's show. I'm your host, Elvis Derry. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.